Okay, so some sad news to report to end the week. Carl Weathers, Grief Karga himself, has died. He was 76, and as of now, no cause of death has been revealed, just that he died peacefully in his sleep. Which I hope means that he had a long illness or a short illness, because he was in the last season of Mandalorian. But for those who aren't Star Wars fans or haven't watched The Mandalorian, he is also, well, he's a former NFL player, but he was, I think, in one season of the NFL. He wasn't a big name, I don't think. Let's see, but he was probably best known as Apollo Creed, the original Apollo Creed, from the first 4 Rocky films. I believe it was in Rocky 4 where Ivan Drago killed him in the ring. So, spoilers. Let's see, he was also in Predator, Happy Gilmore. Let's see, he also did plenty of TV. Let me see if they say anything else. Let's see, he played Detective Boudreaux on Street Justice, which ran from 91 to 93 in syndication, which I did watch and I enjoyed a hell of a lot because it was a martial arts show. And thank you, Power Rangers, but that was around the time when martial arts went just explosive in the U.S. Let's see, he was the chief of police, Hampton Forbes, on the final 2 seasons of In the Heat of the Night from 92 to 94. He was a caricature of himself on episodes of Arrested Development from 2004 to 13, and Combat Carl in Toy Story 4 from 2019. Let's see, he also recurred as Mark Jeffries on Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and Chicago Justice. So he was quite active up until the end, so maybe this is something like Ray Stevenson, where it was some short illness as opposed to a long illness. I don't know. Nobody's telling us anything, just that he died in his sleep. Let's see if there's anything else in it that's worth mentioning from this article. Let's see. No, just mentioning he was a defensive end. Let's see. Then he did a bunch of, cameos. Well, I shouldn't say cameos, but one-offs on TV. Plus, he did blaxploitation films, Bucktown and Friday Foster, which my understanding of blaxploitation, because I was barely conscious during this time, is basically like queer coding is today. It's meant to get black people, in this case, into the theaters, but it doesn't really give audiences what they want. I mean, okay, you're on screen, that's great, as a caricature of black stereotypes. Wonderful. So anyway, let's see, he did episodes of Good Times, Kung Fu, Cannon, Switch, The $6 Million Man, SWAT, and Bronk. And unless you were alive during the 70s, literally nothing that just came out of my mouth means anything to you. That or your history of TV buff. Let's see. You mentioned Rocky. Where is my cursor? So, I believe that's all I have. Let's see. He appeared in Force 10 from Navarone, a film from 1978, never heard of it, and as Colonel Al Dillon in Predator, which, I saw bits and pieces of that movie, so... Weathers graduated to leading man portraying a Detroit cop in Action Jackson in 1988. I've heard of that film, never saw it. Like I said, the only projects of his I've seen is Rocky, Street Justice, and, of course, The Mandalorian. Let's see. In Happy Gilmore, he portrayed Derek Chubbs Peterson, a pro golfer who is forced to retire after his hand is bitten off by an alligator. Yeah, that sounds like Happy Gilmore. He then uses a wooden hand. Then he reprised the role in recent commercials for a golf retailer. Okay. He also appeared in FanDuel's Super Bowl campaign, playing a guy who is training Rob Gronkowski to kick a field goal. Oh my God, that must have been hilarious. Okay. Let's see. Weathers also played... Yes, I know. I'm basically just going through his filmography, but... Weathers played Colonel Brewster on the 1989 CBS series Tour of Duty and was the father of Michael Strahan and Daryl Chill Mitchell's characters on the 2009 Fox sitcom Brothers. And his big screen resume also included The Four Deuces, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Hurricane Smith, and Little Nicky. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I haven't seen that movie in so long, I remember next to nothing of it. Alright. That is apparently all I have. Yep, that's all I have. So, yeah, that sucks because there's supposed to be season 4 of The Mandalorian movie. Well, 2, because there's a Mandalorian and Grogu, and then there's Dave Filoni's movie. So, that really sucks. I know Greef Karga wasn't a big part of The Mandalorian in especially season 3 because it was more about retaking Mandalore, so you saw him in maybe 1 episode, 2. But still, I liked him. I liked him as a character. I thought he was great. So once again, I don't know if they're just going to drop Greef Karga, which even though Din does live on Navarro, I guess it's possible to either not have him on the show, or I guess they could recast. But I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with that character moving forward. Like I said, it's possible they'll just drop the character and maybe dedicate either an episode or the next movie or something to him. But anyway, That's all I have for this video. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one.